Coming up on Mountain News at 6, a family sues a trucking company after a deadly crash, why they are taking it to court, and what we've learned about the truck driver involved. And several schools in our area are celebrating after a recent report released by the Kentucky Department of Education.
And we just had a chilly and dreary day throughout eastern Kentucky. Will we get a break from this crazy weather? Details coming up.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
We are learning new details about a lawsuit against an eastern Kentucky truck driver and a Virginia-based trucking company after a deadly crash on Interstate 75. That crash killed 16-year-old Tristan Brown of Madison County and hurt his father and sister. The truck driver has faced charges and violations before. As WYMT's Phil Pendleton explains, the suit comes as the teenager's family looks to find some good after the bad.
A young man who had his struggles but had so much life ahead of him.
Yeah, Tristan started struggling with his mental health in 5th grade. He was bullied at school.
But he turned that trauma to treatment. Then sadly on July 20th, he was killed when police say a semi-truck crashed into the truck that he and his family were in. Tristan's family is suing the semi-truck driver, David Turner, and the trucking company.
And after we lost him, we had so many kids come up and say, Tristan helped us in such a dark time in my life.
In his absence, they are working to carry on the work their son started, all the while seeking justice for the life lost.
We want to know what happened that day, and we just want to bring awareness to safe driving.
According to our research and court records, David Turner has faced a number of alcohol and driving related charges in the past. Now, we could not find a DUI charge. However, he was once cited with having an open container of alcohol in a motor vehicle. Also, he had faced charges for reckless driving and for speeding. The lawsuit mentions Turner's criminal history and the distraction leading up to the crash.
You know, the source of that distraction at this point, we don't know. We have suspicions, but it is without question. The way the traffic pattern was that day, the way traffic had stopped, the weather conditions were perfect for driving.
Holland also says vehicle enforcement cited Turner and noted that the driver did not apply his brakes until after the collision occurred. In Madison County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
We reached out to Hill Trucking Company for comment. They own the truck Turner was driving and are also named as defendants. But when we mentioned the lawsuit, they hung up on us. An eastern Kentucky man was charged in connection with the death of an unborn child. Christopher Shipman was charged with fetal homicide. You may remember we reported he was arrested 3 months ago in Harlan County on complaint warrants for sodomy and child abuse. According to the Bell County Sheriff's Office, this incident he was charged in connection with happened back in 2019. They say he caused the death of an unborn child of a woman who was 14 weeks pregnant at the time. Yesterday, we reported that suspended Judge Howard Keith Hall was found not guilty in his federal case. Today, we learned the Pike County judge was reinstated and can return to the bench immediately. Hall was accused of theft of government funds and mail fraud. A Floyd County teen was sentenced to 8 years in prison for his role in a parking garage shooting. Brandon Poston's charge was amended from first-degree assault to second-degree. The incident happened last year in the Pikeville parking garage downtown. The victim in that shooting had to be taken to Pikeville Medical Center for treatment. One man was arrested for trafficking drugs in Floyd County. The incident happened last Sunday when sheriff's deputies were conducting a traffic stop on Kentucky 114. Police pulled over and arrested Austin Jones of Pikeville after they found drugs and cash in his possession. Police say a canine deputy alerted them about illegal narcotics in Jones's vehicle. Jones was taken to the Floyd County jail. Well, you'll want to have that raincoat or umbrella handy for the next several days. First Look meteorologist Harry Gain has our first look at that soggy forecast.
Yeah, that's right. Make sure you keep it handy as we go throughout your Thursday and into the weekend. Highs for today, they were all over the place. Look at this. Highs in the upper 40s near Moorhead, 50s from Stanton to Whitesburg, 60s from Wise over towards Harlan, even mid-70s. Look at the high in Jacksboro, 75 degrees, made it to 69 in Harlan, 66 in Monticello, 64 in London. Right now, we're seeing a little bit of cloud cover out there. This is the scene in Pikeville, seeing that cloud cover, even some patchy fog at this hour. First Alert Live pinpoint Doppler radar showing a clean sweep throughout eastern Kentucky as well as the Commonwealth. To the south of us, we have a stationary boundary, and it's been in play for the past couple days. And as long as that stationary boundary stays there, we're going to keep this rain chance in the forecast. Temperatures right now 40s, 50s, even 60s throughout eastern Kentucky. 49 in Jackson, 55 in Whitesburg, 59 in London. On the WYMT First Alert weather app, you can get your hour-by-hour forecast. Will stay mainly cloudy, keeping that patchy fog chance in the forecast. Temperatures will hover in the mid-50s. Now, there's a little bit of chatter going on about something next week, and we'll kind of break that down coming up in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes. Steve.
All right, Eric, thank you. The Kentucky Department of Education says during the 2024-25 school year, 2 elementary schools in Clay County were ranked the best out of every elementary school in the Commonwealth. Oneida Elementary came out on top with that #1 spot. The criteria was based on a few things such as test scores, school safety, and the overall environment of the school. School principal Thomas Hayden says the school's small size helped them earn this accomplishment.
To be honest, just loving them, just like they're your own child. I mean, because you don't go into education thinking you're going to make a lot of money. You do it for the love and the accomplishment of seeing a child grow and be able to grasp a concept and see their face light up. That's reward enough, and just making them feel like they're a part of something.
Hayden says the accomplishment can also be attributed to great district leadership. Several eastern Kentucky elementary, middle, and high schools made the top 10 in the state. We'll have more about this tonight at 11. Modular homes arrived in the Skyview High Ground community today, marking a new step in Perry County's flood recovery. The first set of modular homes was delivered this afternoon as part of the governor's modular housing initiative. County leaders say these factory-built homes can be installed faster and are more affordable than traditional houses, helping families move out of flood-prone areas sooner.
This is something that people have been waiting on for years now. Everyone knows how devastating the floods are, and everyone knows what a sacrifice and an effort it's been ever since then. We still have folks who are living in campers and trailers right now. To be able to see a sense of permanency, to be able to see home, that's just a big deal for all of us.
County officials say this is far from the end of their efforts to help get folks moved to higher ground. We'll have more about today's event tonight at 11.
All right, weather headlines for tonight. Staying mainly quiet this evening. Some patchy fog not out of the question. Rain chances will pick up again as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours of your Thursday, but we're going to keep an eye on Friday and Saturday. Details on the First Alert forecast coming up.
And one Eastern Kentucky senior center celebrates after finding ways to feed the elderly during a time of uncertainty.